Studying abroad is expensive for most international students, and one of the causes is because international students have to pay about 2 or 3 times more than what the domestic students are paying. So, where can you go where if you do some work like the part-time work, you will be making a great ton of money? So, by the end of this video, you are going to know which countries actually pay the most for part-time work for international students. We begin with the United Kingdom. Here you can make about 13 pounds, which is, I think this is per hour, the national living wage, but there are regulations. For example, 20 hours a week, that is what you can do. And then during vacations, you can work full time. I think that is pretty decent. And then sponsorship, you must be sponsored by higher education provider with a track record of compliance, so you cannot just work for anybody. And then what is prohibited? Self-employment, the gig economy, freelance work are strictly prohibited. You must have an employment contract. Oh my goodness, that is scary. UK, scary. You make 13 pounds per hour, but scary. Alrighty, let's go to the next one. We have Germany. All right, you guys, I just want to take a minute here to tell you all about my database. My database has everything that you need as someone's trying to study abroad. It has scholarships, graduate assistantships, application fee of universities, low tuition fee universities. It has samples, SOP samples, research proposal samples, CV samples, and then it has scholarships for specific targeted people. If you have a low GPA, if you've been applying and getting a ton of rejections, or if you're a newbie to the world of scholarships, it has information for you. And most importantly, because immigration news is changing almost all the time, you need to stay updated. So it has study abroad news. You get up every morning, all you do is just go to that database and it has everything that you need. You can now just spend all your time applying and not trying to search for what is the latest and what are the latest scholarships. The link is below. Sign up for it. Germany here has the rising wage and flexible calendar. Hourly rate, it has increased from about $14 14 euro in 2026 to about 14.60. I'm rounding up the numbers, you guys, to about 15 euro for 2027. So that is like the within the 140-day rule. You can work, option A, you can work 140 full days per year. Okay, option B, you can work 280 half days per year. And then the self-regulator guarantee, you can earn 992 euro per month to act as your own financial guarantor for residents title renewal. Oh my goodness, I cannot read to save my life. Oh wow, so you can actually work in Germany to be able to renew your residence and practically take care of yourself. That is a good deal. And you'll remember Germany is actually tuition fee off. So they have tuition fee off if you go to public universities. And now we are seeing here that they have this good deal in terms of part-time work. Be smart. Now let us look at the Eurozone contenders. We are looking at Netherlands and France. Netherlands, you can make about 15 euro per hour. And this is like from January 2026. And it is one of the highest base rates in Europe. Netherlands, you guys, Netherlands. France, and then let's look at the annual balancer. You can make about 12 euro per hour, which means that you're going to be working about 964 hours per year. And then the annual pool, not strict weekly caps, it allows heavier work during holidays. Okay, so France is a bit flexible. It is a bit flexible, but you're making less than you are going to be making in the Netherlands. Alrighty, but the advantage of France is that you'll remember we spoke about this. PhDs are almost free in France, and then they have the support for international students for housing, France. And then what you're paying in terms of, like, there are several ways that you can use in order to have exemptions, France. I hope you have been watching my videos. If you've not been watching my videos and you don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and watch all the videos, because that is going to give you a blueprint on how to study abroad, okay, and practically which is the wisest choice for you to make. Okay, now let's go to the next one. We have New Zealand. And here we are looking at 25-hour standard, so you can work 25 hours. you can make about, with the national average, the adult minimum wage is about 24 New Zealand dollars. So New Zealand dollars, I don't know what that translates to in like US dollars. And then researchers, masters by research and PhD students have unlimited work rights. What? Wait, let me read that again. Masters by research and PhD students have unlimited work rights. What country is this again? New Zealand. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then let's see. We have English language students, 25 hours permitted if course is 24 plus weeks, and main purpose is English proficiency. Oh my goodness, I'm still blown away by masters by research and PhD students have unlimited work rights. I had no idea about this in New Zealand. Oh my goodness. All right, let us move to Canada. Canada, you have the 24-hour shift and seasonal freedom. So you have the hours, 24 hours you can work per week. And then the new rule, which is actually effective from November 2024, you must be a full-time student and add an DLI and hold a social insurance number. Those are the things that you must. Unlimited break. During summer, winter, vacations, you actually have unlimited work hours. That is actually the case in many countries. Warning, working more than 24 hours in terms violates your study permit. And full-time is defined by provincial law, not just hours. So you have to pay attention to that. And do not work, if it is during study period, do not work above what is given, okay? Because that is jeopardizing your visa and it is not worth it. At the end of the day, you have to stick to the rules. Now let's go to Japan, the Tokyo Premium. So here you're making about 1,226 Japanese yen, about 1,300 Japan. You can see how I'm cheesing, right? Each time I do these videos and then we get to Japan, I'm like, yes, 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 let's go. All right. You have about 1,300 per hour Tokyo minimum wage. Work caps at, yes, 28 hours a week. And then 8 hours a day. That is true. And then actually, just to add here, during holidays you can actually work to as much as 40 hours. And then wages vary drastically by prefecture, and Tokyo is the highest. This is actually true, because if you actually go into the places that we call in Japanese inaka, if you go to the inakas, like the regional areas and out of Tokyo areas, the chances that you're going to get work is actually really, really limited. But in Tokyo here, you have work everywhere. Mandatory, you must apply for the permission to engage in activity other than permit. This appears as a stamp sticker on your residence card. Yes, this is true. When I was a student, I applied for that. It is actually, they put it at the back of your residence card, and then you use it to show that you are allowed to do part-time work. So you have to apply for that at the immigration bureau. The immigration bureau grants you that, and then that is what you use in order to work, okay? Make sure you follow the rules. Ireland, they have two stamps, stamp 2 and stamp 2A. If you have stamp 2, you're permitted to work. You can work 20 hours a week. That is like 40 hours a week. And then if you have stamp 2A, you're prohibited. No work permitted. Oh my goodness. That is not good for stamp 2A people. So please pay attention. Now let us look at the global metrics. Let us put it all into perspective. So we have Netherlands, about 15 pounds. It is like very high wage. Germany, about 15 euro. Germany, about 14 euro, flexible annual calculation. UK, about 13 pounds, 20 hours a week. District tier enforcement. New Zealand, you make about 23 New Zealand dollars. In fact, 24 New Zealand dollars, 25 hours a week, unlimited for PhDs and research people. Canada, it varies by provinces, but you have like 24 hours a week, unlimited during breaks. Japan, you make about 1,300 Japanese yen. You have 28 hours, and you must have the permission stamp. France, you make about $12 per hour, and then you have the annual pool. And of course, just as I was talking about, you have to follow the rules. You have to follow the rules, you guys. In Canada, you need a social insurance number. In New Zealand, you need an RID card. In Japan, you need a permission stamp. Ireland, you need the stamp 2 residence permit. France, you need a VLS TS visa validation. And then in the UK, you need a biometric residence permit. And what are the things that you should avoid, okay? The red flags that you should be like under the table work. It is not a loophole. It is a fast track for deportation. So please, please follow the rules. Follow, like, if you do not have a permit to work, wait till you get that permit, okay? France, they're going to fine you about 200,000 euro, and it's 10 years in prison. And then New Zealand, breach of visa conditions, immediate deportation. Canada, unauthorized work, they give you a 6-month ban plus removal from Canada. In Japan, working without specific permission is equal to deportation. Please, please, please follow the rules. And now let us go to the part that I like. What is the verdict? Which is the best place that you should choose in order to, like, where can you make the most money, or where is like the best option? Where is the best deal? Okay, so let us look at the best deal here, and we have Japan. No, it's not just Japan. So the verdict is we have the hustler, best for maximum hours of work, because Japan is 28 hours. As you all saw, most of those places were 24 hours. And then New Zealand, 25 hours. So Japan still wins. And then the academic, which is best for PhD and research students, New Zealand, because you have unlimited working rights. Crazy. And then the highest earner, Netherlands and Germany, you earn the most money. And then the seasonal worker, Canada and Ireland. So which one are you all going to choose? Are you going to choose Japan? Or the thing with Japan is that you're going to work more, but you're not earning more. So the highest place, I think the highest earner, because the idea of this, like, which the goal of this video is where can you make the most money. So I think the most money will be Netherlands and Germany, because those are the highest earners. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that that was helpful. What I'm going to just add is that please, 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 in all you do, please make sure you follow the rules in whatever country that you are. If you require permits before you work, follow those rules, get those permits before you go ahead. Do not do anything that is going to risk your visa and is going to make you be deported. That is not what I am trying to achieve from this video. I hope that this was helpful. Share with a friend, a brother, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, anyone that you think that this is going to help. Please, please, please do what you share with them. Like the video. Let me know, what are your thoughts? What country are you all going to be going to? Subscribe here, turn the notifications on. I am going to see you all in the next one. Peace.